Okay, today we're going to be changing out the radio in this Jeep JK. This is a 2010 model, and the good folks at Idoing sent me this. It's supposedly a head unit that is Android Auto compatible, navigation and all that stuff. So it's supposed to be plug and play. Let's take a look. So what we got here is a stock radio, basic single disc radio in this 2010 Jeep JK. This is not a very good radio. I mean, it's been working, but picks up stations, plays CDs. So there's nothing wrong with it other than the clock. Since this Jeep was brand new, I bought it brand new. Loses about 5 minutes a week, which is kind of aggravating. What we got here with this Idoing radio, this is their official website, idoingstereo.com. They've got a QR code right here, and there is some Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook, and a bunch of other stuff there. Let's see what we got. Idoing warranty card. Let's see here, 24-month manufacturer warranty, so 2-year warranty. Some QR codes on that. Some faceplate antenna apparatus, lots of crazy wiring. Wow, not sure what all this is. In the actual head unit itself, this thing is packed pretty good. Okay, there we go. This thing is pretty big. This says Magic Box on it. That's funny. All right, well, let's get started. First thing we're going to do is we're going to disconnect the battery because I don't want to short anything out in this thing. Okay, first thing we're going to do is we're going to pop this this top piece off. It just pops up from the back. There is a compass module you have to unscrew. Aftermarket Rugged Ridge, tray, and it has just disintegrated in the sun. So we're going to put the stock one back. This thing just disintegrated. Anyhow, clean all my pieces out of here. It is really nice that the Idoing people came with these two little tools. So what we're going to do is we're going to go under here, and we're going to pop this plate off. You slide this on the top here, it will pop off like that. Okay, once you take that panel off, there are 2 more 7mm little bolts there. So we'll go ahead and take those off. All right, the next step, I'm going to use this little tool, and we are going to pry this a little forward here. Oh, you know what? Let me remove that. And let's see. This should just pop off here. Oh no. This is so brittle. Be careful. Don't do what I did. Okay, it came out, but with some damage here. No big deal. I'll either buy a new one or I'll glue that back together. Probably glue. All right, so now looks like I can get to the whole radio assembly. Okay, now we have 4 screws, 2 on each side of the radio. Looks like those are also 7mm. We have to take those out. Those 4 screws are out. This thing should come forward as it is. We need to be careful. I don't want to break any more plastic. Let's see what kind of wires we got on here. Okay, I see, looks like the antenna lead, which is right here, and the rest of it is here. Looks pretty simple. Got a little trigger right here. You push and pull it out. Same thing here. All right, that was really easy to get out. Okay, so we have got to go figure out. This looks like a fairly simple hookup, but let's go take a look. Okay, this kit came with all this stuff here. Okay, I can already see that the new screen is much bigger, but it has this adapter, and this adapter fits right there. So I'm willing to bet that this goes in there in clips like this. Okay, this is obviously the pigtail for the Jeep. It does fit, so I guess I've got to start hooking all this stuff up here. Okay, after a little research and getting with Idoing, they've got decent customer service there. This little box here is for the CAN bus system to make sure that all your steering wheel controls, if you have any of that, and your factory amp works with this unit, which I don't have any of that, but I went ahead and plugged it in. And so basically the only thing we've got to plug in on the Jeep is this one here. We don't use anything else and I don't have an amp or anything. So other than plug in the the microphone and the main wiring harness there and the antenna. There's really nothing else I need to do. This unit here is if you want to put cellular service specifically on this, so this can be as a hotspot, then you'll have to get, where are we at down here? Let's see here. Some of these. Okay, this one here. This one you slide open and you can put a cellular card inside of here, and this will be its standalone cellular unit, but you have to, of course, pay for that stuff. So I'm not going to use that. So I'm not going to use this. I will use this. This is the microphone, and I will use this. This is the GPS antenna. So the GPS antenna hooks right there where it says GPS. The other two, which I will just leave these capped, are for the, if you ever make this to a cellular service. Then if you do, you have to hide this in your A-pillar, but I'm never going to do that. So we'll just put that in the glove box. Okay, I've ran the microphone cable behind this pillar, back here, and then through this little hole right here where it will come out here. So what is concerning is that this piece of plastic broke off right here, and I'll have to figure that out when I get there. Next thing I'm going to do is feed the wires through this adapter, and I'm going to go ahead and bolt it up here with the 4 bolts. All right, I already see one mistake I had. These holes need to be on the top, so this thing needs to be completely flipped around. The reason why is because these have to go inside of it, and they're shaped, have a unique shape. Okay, that fit good, nice and sturdy. Okay, forgive me, I'm filming this at night, but I have figured out, I believe, the mystery of this wiring. Okay, so basic 2010 Jeep Wrangler. Going to show you the basic hookup. This particular Jeep Wrangler does not have the subwoofer or anything like that. It just had the basic radio as you saw earlier. So you're going to cap these two. You're going to hook your GPS antenna up to this one. You can see the as far as the speaker goes, this was it's pretty self-explanatory. Everything just goes together. This particular wire matched the colors up. The same colors are on one side as on the other. This, if you hook this up, your speakers will work, but this is not the correct one. I really have no idea what that's about. It is a direct plug-and-play connection. You plug your harness in back here, and everything is as I showed you earlier in the video. You will need this little device that you may have to purchase separately. But anyway, if you buy the one for the Wrangler, and I'll leave the description below, it comes with everything that you need. And the antenna, I figured it out. I had to test it because the antenna adapter that came with it, let me find it right here, you see has 2 pigtails on it. This one and this one. I just plugged it in, turned it on, and figured out which one actually picked up the signal, and it's this one here. I don't know, it is not labeled anything. You just really have to try that. So then we're going to put all this back together. I did put some JB Weld glue to fix all the broken plastic. So let me put it back together. It's very simple. Oh, and I am not using this because I am not hooking up an amplifier, so we're just going to leave that thing. As far as the USB cables that comes with it, they just plug in, self-explanatory to the back. And I'm going to route those just and have them dangling underneath the dashboard right there. Plastic on this Jeep is just a brittle mess. I mean, this is a 2010 model, and you touch it and it breaks. It's not even really that cold outside. I've got my old XJs and MJs that I pulled the whole dash out, put it back together twice. That's like 30 years old, and my goodness, you know, that doesn't even break. As far as the USB cables and then this little cellular holder that holds your cellular chip, I routed those through the dash, through this little hole right out, through the glove box, excuse me, through this little hole right out here. Okay, don't forget to put your little GPS device, screw that back on this little plate there. You got a lot of room to put all the wires in, and then this thing just pushes forward and clicks. I have finished this install. It's really not that bad, but this Jeep's filthy, so let's see what happens. We'll turn it on. It should pop right on. And there we go. You've got your radio there, which we don't want any music because we will get copyrighted. And here we go. You've got your navigation. I have not finished mounting my antenna up there, but it should pop on in a second. Let's see what happens. Well, we'll get to the operation of this. This is just about the install. So basically, you just push it in, it clicks in. Everything seems to be working okay. We've got music here. You can download your own music through the little devices I showed you. Go back to my home key. And you've got Bluetooth here, radio, like we said. Everything seems to be working. On-off volumes over here. And that's really about it. And all my cables I installed through here. So if you want to hook up your Android Auto and all that stuff, you can go through there. Overall, it looks pretty nice. I'll do a separate video on how to work this thing later. Okay, that's the end of the video for this Idoing radio Android Auto install on this 2010 Jeep Wrangler. So shout out to Idoing for sending me this thing. It really ought to have some kind of directions in it. That's my only installation feedback. The majority of my problem with the install on this wasn't really the radio. It had to do with that Jeep. The plastic is just so brittle on that. It's really crappy in my opinion. But anyhow, the install was pretty straightforward with the exception of the speaker wires. Again, just the install that I did is just a basic setup. So if you want to do a basic setup on a 2010 Jeep Wrangler, this will at least get you headed in the right direction. So y'all have a great day. I'll put another video later on how this thing operates. Have a great day.